Man, it seems like I just keep doing more of these, man. Like they just keep coming, right? Alright, so it's your boy, and we are back with another episode of the Sonic Roundup. You know, the show where I round up a bunch of smaller Sonic news topics into one video. Now, if you saw the title, you're probably thinking, small topics? What do you mean small topic? You started off the title with 30th anniversary plans revealed. It must be some big shit, right? Oh, well, let me just read the article. We'll get into the details and we'll see. So yes, the first topic is referencing the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, which apparently is this year. We haven't seen any game reveals yet, so I'm not convinced yet, but oh, they're gonna be mad at me for that one. We've got an article from the Almighty Tales channel, and it says here, Sonic 30th music concert teased in a licensing magazine. A concert paying homage to the 30 years of the Sonic series is expected to take place in 2021. Total Licensing, a magazine dedicated to licensing information for multiple franchises and products, had a page devoted to the Blue Blur in their latest Australian issue. It talked about the Sonic Prime animation by Wildbrain, the recently greenlit Sonic Mania Lego set, and pieces of merchandise from Jack Specific merch. To summarize, a lot of it was a lot of BS merch talk, which I'm not really gonna get into the details of. I'll put the images on the screen for a few seconds so you can see what I'm referencing here. They also briefly mention Sonic Prime, nothing new, but they do mention it, so that's not what we're here to talk about, because frankly,
I don't care. That's the whole end of my point. I don't care. You might care, but for me,
what we are going to focus on is the first image, which actually mentions the games for a change. So it says here, 30 years on, Sonic hits his prime. Like, I don't know if they're referencing because the TV show is called Sonic Prime, or they actually think this is the prime of Sonic. Oh, I'll be the judge of that. Oh, like if they think this is the prime, like they must have played the game already if they're saying that shit, or maybe they think that what has been revealed to the public already is prime. I don't know, but I really hope it's not the latter. Sega Sonic is $1 billion franchise and one of the most popular and enduring video game characters of all time. They're tooting their horn, of course. Now the franchise is set to reach even greater heights with a new movie sequel, Netflix TV series, video games, toys, and merchandise all in the works. Throughout 2021, Sega will be celebrating Sonic's 30th anniversary with new game content, a music concert with special guests, and a wide array of new licensing and merchandise. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie starring Jim Carrey, released in February 2020 and achieved $306 million at the global box office, with a sequel already confirmed to roll back onto our screens in April 2022. So basically, to summarize, absolutely nothing new was added here with reference to the game. So I don't think anything here is really different from what they said last year with their whole 30th anniversary like plan where they had the render and all that stuff, and there was nothing new about the games. There's no date on when we expect to see game information. They just said, yeah, new games. They told us the game was in the works in 2019. It's the same shit. The only thing new here is this supposed music concert with special guests, which I'm assuming are guests like, you know, Crush 40, maybe Otani, I don't know. Music related guests, you know, Sonic music related guests. The Almighty Tales channel has also presumed that the concert will be virtual due to the pandemic, but that's not really confirmed yet, so I'm not gonna say that's the case. We don't know what the situation is with the vaccine and, you know, things opening up, so we can't say definitively that it's virtual. And if it is, I mean, that's kind of mid, but you know, let's keep going. The Almighty Tales channel also said it is expected that more information will be announced through official Sonic the Hedgehog outlets, namely the official Twitter account led by the Sonic Studio branch in the United States. However, this is the second time that upcoming anniversary plans were announced to a third party, unbeknownst to fans. So clearly even Tales channel know that when there's important shit to be discussed, we don't go to the Sonic Twitter because they're busy posting memes while the actual information is being leaked to these other licensing sources and whatnot, and the press, I don't know. But yeah, this is not really an announcement of an official anniversary party. They said there was a music concert, but they have not confirmed that they're actually going to reveal this game at this event. This concert seems to be its own thing right now. Until we get information that suggests that this is an actual event and the game will be revealed there, we have to hold our tongues for a bit. I mean, they did lead with throughout 2021, so basically saying that all these things are going to happen throughout the year, and the concert is one of those things. They didn't say at one major event, every single thing, games, merch, whatever is going to be revealed, as well as a concert. So the game could just be a a random upload. One day you just wake up and there's a new Sonic game trailer. I don't know, but this does not confirm a party like what they had for the 25th anniversary in 2016 when they revealed Mania Forces. Now that doesn't disprove that one is happening, it just means that they have not confirmed that we are getting one, which is why I said there's basically no news here. I mean, I guess if you really want to go and see this concert, then yeah, big news for you, yay. But for those of us who are desperate for game news, which I guess it's like 2% of us, because the rest of you are like willing to wait until 2025 for any piece of game information while simultaneously watching the movie sequel, and Prime coming out as well. But for those few of us who care about game news and want to see game news sooner rather than later, there's no dates on this, so the wait continues. Now, to be fair, there was that leak from back in 2020 where there was a Sonic Adventure event planned for 2020, you know, before the pandemic hit. This was like January, and there was like audio recording leaks and shit. Like, I did a whole video on it. So maybe this is the music concert. Maybe we are getting the Adventure Renaissance. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up just yet. On to the next topic, and this one is kind of interesting. A lot of things have been coming together which has made me seriously question the future of like these Sonic voice casts and what is going on. As we already know by now, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, aka the voice of Tails since 2014, confirmed that she was not going to be voicing Tails in Sonic Prime. Naturally, we kind of thought, well, voice apocalypse is real and therefore she's gone. Donezo with the series. I mean, Cindy Robinson said she was leaving. Roger Craig Smith is gone because, I mean, apparently he was going back to Cali, and they said they weren't going to do no remote recording sessions. So, you know, that was a whole thing. I made a full discussion on that. You can check that out. But basically, Roger gone as well. So when Colleen said she wasn't going to be in Prime, everyone was just like, well, she ain't going to be in Prime. She ain't going to be in anything at this point. Like, but we're getting a bit of mixed signals on this situation. So she tweets about some Tails merchandise, and someone responds, "I'm going to miss you in this role so much, Broken Heart." And then she goes, "Tails and I aren't finished yet," with a smiley face emoji. Well, I don't know, like a cheeky, I don't know which emoji that is. I'm out of touch. I'm getting old now. I'm 26 this year. But an emoji that was of the positive variety. And then someone else responds, "Good for you, but what about Prime then?" Which she already confirmed that she wasn't in Prime, but nonetheless, she responds, "Still not Canadian, so still not doing Prime." And what they mean by this is Sonic Prime is a show that's being worked on in Canada, and apparently there's some Canadian laws in place that basically mean that the majority of the people working on it have to be from Canada. So the majority of the voice cast have to be Canadian. So you're probably thinking, but wait, well, Mike Pollock said that he was voicing Eggman, so clearly, you know, there's an issue there. Well, that actually ties into where I'm going with this video topic right now. Because remember, Mike Pollock was kind of teasing us on Twitter as to whether he was still going to be voicing Eggman or not. And then eventually he came out and was like, "Yeah, I am." Like, sorry, fooled ya. But then when we actually go back to the tweet, he says here, "You know what they say, the more the merrier. You've not yet heard the last of me as Dr. Eggman in Sonic the Hedgehog video games." He didn't just say, "You haven't heard the last of me as Eggman." He specified video games, which is to say that he has not actually confirmed his role in Sonic Prime. And given this whole Canadian thing and them having to hire Canadian voice actors, does that really mean that we are getting an entirely separate cast of Sonic Prime and a different Eggman for the TV show entirely? Because if that's the case, we're already looking at two voice casts, one for the games and one for Prime. But then there's also a third thing we have to factor in as well, which is the Sonic movie sequel. Now, as we already know, we had the first Sonic movie, and in that first Sonic movie, they basically retained almost no one from the main series. Obviously, Sonic was not voiced by Roger, he was voiced by Ben Schwartz. Robotnik, who obviously was a human, so they got Jim Carrey to do that. And then Tails' little cameo at the end, they got Colleen. So a lot of people are hoping that we get Colleen for the sequel. And someone here says, "My fingers are still crossed for her to be the voice of Tails for the sequel." And she responds, "Mine too, fingers crossed." That's a fingers crossed. That's not a confirmation. But she's already tweeted that Tails and I aren't finished yet, with a smiley face, which is giving off the impression that, hey, in the main series, my seat at the table is still cemented. Don't get it twisted. As for the movie, we'll see. Kind of fingers crossed. Almost like we've been going to separate auditions for this shit. Like, I didn't get Prime, but I stayed in the main series. I didn't audition for the movie, but it's a different team, so we'll see if they accept me for that, you know, kind of thing. Like, it seems like they have really separated this whole shit into three groups. You've got the Prime group in Canada, which so far we don't really know much about that group, because I mean, we got the one guy, the rapper dude, who said he got a callback for Knuckles, and he had a really great audition, by the way. He even did Sonic in his audition, and it came out really good.
You were auditioning for the role of Sonic!
This is just Sonic, auditioning for the role of Sonic.
I know!
You've got the main series, which is whoever's left after, you know, Roger went and Cindy went, and we don't know what's happened to like Kirk and all those other people. A bunch of people got replaced in Team Sonic Racing, so there's been a lot of replacements in the main series. And then you've got the movie, which we already know Mike's not involved in the movie sequel. And as for Colleen, it's like fingers crossed that they pick me for the movie. And Sonic is already taken by Ben Schwartz, and they're talking about getting Jason Momoa for Knuckles. So we are really about to be in a timeline where there are 3 separate voice casts for the Sonic series. It seems unifying the franchise was not what they were going for in this 30th anniversary. I mean, we got multiple Sonics already, so at this point, multiple voice casts. I mean, like, this would probably be the first time in a long time that we've really had multiple voice casts like this. I mean, I guess with the 4K situation, they were on Sonic X while the original like game cast was still doing the games. Like, Drummond was still like doing Heroes and whatnot, while Jason was like on Sonic X in 2003. Jaleel White was doing Sonic in like the late 90s when Drummond was doing Sonic Adventure. So I mean, there's been like 2 overlaps before, like 2 casts simultaneously. This is 3. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be 3 for every single character. There might be some overlap. I don't know. Colleen might get the movie and might get main series, but not Prime. Someone might get Prime and might end up in the main series as well. We don't know. Maybe Mike does in fact have the role for Sonic Prime as well. But I don't think Jason Momoa coming to the main series for Knuckles. That's just not happening. Like, come on. If he gets the movie, he's doing the movie and he's dipping. But could you imagine like 3 separate Sonic voices within the span of like a year? Like, we get a 30th anniversary game and it's one Sonic voice actor. Then the movie comes out and we got Ben Schwartz as the second Sonic voice actor. Then they say check out Sonic Prime and then it's another Sonic voice actor. Like, man, unification is not Sega's strong suit, man. Like, for real. I mean, are we really surprised they won't even unify all the Sonic games onto one platform, aka PC? It's just a really complicated but interesting situation here, and we'll see how it pans out. All we can do at this point is hope that whoever they get to voice Sonic sounds good, and obviously the other characters as well. I really do hope Colleen stays for the main series, and I hope she stays for the movie as well, because she's a great Tails voice. And yeah, they could get some celebrity to try and hype up the movie, but like, I'd rather Tails just sound good. I mean, I feel like it's easier to get a good Knuckles voice. You just need someone that's got a bit of muscular grit to their voice, like a The Rock or a Momoa or someone like that. But to nail Tails' voice, I think requires a bit more detail, you know? I'm not trying to like put hierarchies on characters, but you know what I mean? Like, you got something good, just fucking keep it, okay? I don't need them to get Ariana Grande to voice Tails just so that you got some clout there, you know, like Anna Kendrick. Like, we'll see what happens with these voice casts, but who knows? Maybe we'll have 3 separate casts and they'll just pick the individuals that they like the most and then put them together to form one glued together voice cast. We'll be like, we're picking Sonic from the main series, keeping him, we're picking Knuckles from Prime, we're picking Shadow from the movie, and we'll put them all together, and this is the new cast based on guts of the previous cast. I mean, they kept Mike Pollock for how long, so we don't know where it's gonna go, like. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this. Are you looking forward to the 30th anniversary plans and the music concert and merchandise? And what do you think about this voice acting situation where we could potentially have 3 separate voice casts with potentially minimal overlay, with potentially a different voice for Eggman in the TV show? But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to subscribe to the Non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. It is popping off over there. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.